have on the back.
For those who know, you know. What's going on, beautiful people? I am the Grandmaster, and I also go by D-Ray, bringing you guys the next episode of the Grandmaster's Table. And today I am joined by the most beautiful woman that has ever graced the platform of Pokemon. Even though she doesn't create content herself, you listen to her beautiful voice often. So please help me in welcoming Summer.
Jesus. Hi.
You are so... That was the best introduction I've ever done, and you're just gonna waste it from nothing.
Because you're lies. Full of lies. Full of lies.
Guys, it's the two of us today, but we have more to talk about that. This is gonna be a fun episode. Do me a massive favor. If you're new, por favor, hit the subscribe button. Turn on post notifications. Hit the bell button so you get notified every single time we post a new video. And if you like the podcast, hit the like button. Summer's laughing because we have the monitor.
Arya's still, it's 9:30 and she's still awake, and she's currently trying to do a somersault in her bed.
So shout out to the parents out there that can relate to this, because it's just a good time. We have a monitor where you can watch them both sleep. Summer and Roman and Arya share a room, and so we can see them through the camera. Awesome. And Roman's completely passed out, and Arya's out here doing acrobatics. So guys, as you know, there is no guest for this week's of the Grandmaster's Table, but that is planned. I actually planned to do this last week. Thank you guys so much for everybody that shows support and asks us where the podcast was. If you would like the latest news, we keep the Sanctuary more informed than Twitter does, because the people in the Sanctuary typically care more about the podcast than people on Twitter. So if you guys are interested in joining the Sanctuary, down in the description below will be an entrance link to get in. We'll open you.
Ew.
What? Whoa. Have another.
That's not what the Sanctuary is about.
Have another. Well, welcome you with open arms is what I'm trying to say. So everybody's welcome, not just Pokemon goers. If you just want to come have a good time, there's chats for everything. So come on in. Everybody there is very friendly. Aside from the admin team, stay away from them. Like John and Owen. Oy vey. Sometimes they be tripping. I'm just kidding. I love you guys so much. But yeah, you're part owner, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna take all your perms away. Anyway, hop on in. It'd be a good time. So yeah, if you guys want those updates, we do have the updates pretty frequently there. So make sure you hop on in. Now, we want to be able to provide you with another aspect of the Grandmaster's Table. We will continue to bring on guests very often. That's the main goal of the Grandmaster's Table, is to bring content creators to the community so you get to find out a little bit more about them than you typically would see in their videos. Mind you, some of them are Twitch streamers, so you probably already know some of the stuff they talk about, which is fine. But for those who don't go on Twitch all that much, it's cool to get that aspect of their life. So we're going to continue doing that. It's something that we really do enjoy doing. So don't worry, that stuff's still going to stick around. But we do want to add an avenue, an aspect, a kind of secondary effect to the Grandmaster's Table is keep our eyes out on the community. So if you feel as though you're quote unquote not big enough to be on the podcast, that's not the case. There's no criteria to fill just because you're not big in the community, in your opinion, or you just don't feel as though you have something to bring to the table. No pun intended. This gives us an opportunity to bring multiple news sources to you guys. So we'll keep our eyes out peeled for Twitter, Discord. If there's something big going on, we'd like to talk about it, because some things just need that attention, right?
Sure. So
there's a couple things that we're going to get to that if you are listening to the podcast today, we may actually talk about you. You never know. So if you post on Twitter, just know that we're watching.
No one's safe.
No one's safe. Big or small, no one's safe. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. That's just no. We won't bring you guys dirt and cheese, man. We want to keep this positive. We want to keep this a happy, light, edited mood. We're not going to be, the hottest reporters on the platform.
Negative.
We are still the number one podcast in the Pokemon community.
We're not.
But we're not going to bring those bad stuff.
I really love, though, my favorite thing ever is that in the last one where we had Silver, you talked about how
Oh yeah, that was
consistently.
Listen, Linda.
No. Let me finish.
Linda,
We're the
listen.
most consistent podcast posting every Wednesday, and then that freaking podcast comes out on Thursday.
That was so weird. Listen, karma's a thing. Because for those who notice and those who consistently listen to the Grandmaster's Table, we have a graphic in the background to make it an actual video instead of like a still podcast photo. We couldn't get our graphic software that we use online to function for whatever reason. The servers were down. Something was glitching. So we couldn't get the product that we wanted back the way we wanted it. What I'm referring to is that like wavelength.
Yeah.
It's like a wave graphic that whenever we speak, it moves and it's on the actual still graphic itself. It wasn't working for Silvers. It just stopped like halfway through. I couldn't tell you why, but it just did. It was really sad. So we had to make the sky kind of move very subtly. Like what's my word? It's very nonchalantly.
Subtle.
Yeah, and then we actually talked about how we're, like she said, consistent, and obviously because the software went down, we had to post it the next day, and I'm very sad, and that made me upset. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I'm just saying that like karma just got me.
I just thought that was the funniest.
Yeah, so
and you didn't even realize you said that until I told you.
I know I did. I forgot, and I'm not gonna go back on it though. We are the #1 podcast in the Pokemon community.
Oh my god!
And because aside from last week, because the both of our schedules has been astronomically crazy. Summer's job's tougher than mine. She has to watch the kids, and
but I don't just do that though. Like I don't think people actually understand what that entails. Like,
tell me about it.
Well, Roman goes to school, so I have to make sure and do school with him.
You're a
teacher. I make food, so I'm a chef.
You're a chef.
I clean. I do laundry.
So you're a sexy housemaid.
Oh my god. I gotta get myself ready for the day, get the kids ready for the day.
So you're a mom.
Yeah. I have to make sure that I get them out of the house.
So you're a chauffeur.
Yeah, I mean,
you literally named 5 occupations in one. Guys, if you don't understand what it's like to have children,
I have no time by myself.
You have no time by yourself. So I'm not going to force Summer to sit down and do a podcast when she's stressed out. I'd like to have her time. She goes to the gym every single night, and she was just so busy, stressed out. I didn't want to pull her to that, as well as myself. At this point in time, we are in the semifinals for the Breejex Battle Royale. Our first round matchup, which is the quarterfinals against, shout out to Platinum Howler, went over and up and live last Saturday. Luckily, we were able to pull out a win. Spoilers for who hasn't seen it before, but it's been live since Saturday. Make sure you keep up with all my battles. So we're lucky to move forward, and now we're in the semifinals with Ruppy, and everything's just bananas because I'm trying to put my focus on that, all while dealing with the kids, dealing with running a business. It's just, I'm not saying that there's other people that have a lot on their plate. I'm not saying that.
No,
that we have more stuff on their plate. That's not what we're trying to say. No. What we're trying to say is that for us specifically, sometimes just life gets us.
Yeah.
And so thank you guys for being patient. We appreciate you. Mm-hmm. And don't just know that the Grandmaster's Table, as long as YouTube has Grandmaster D-Ray, will always be around. We promise. Whether if it's consistent or not, it'll still come back. We promise you guys.
Yeah. I've been actually, I think in this last week, I've been super consistent with going to the gym again. I've been going 5 days a week, which I've never really done before, because it's definitely helped out with my mentality and just like helping me get away and have time for myself, because that's really the only time I have for myself.
Yeah, and it's just been paying off for those who've been following me on Twitch. She hops in at the end of her workout, looking all sweaty, hot and stuff, and showing the booty by accident. Stop. By the corner of the camera, so keep your eyes out for that. Listen, she's married though, guys. She's married, fellas, so not too much. But yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch now. I was inspired.
Yeah.
Our main group of friends on Discord in the community, we call ourselves the Goons, the Goon Squad, the Goon Docs, and they've all been like super active on Twitch. Mid Pokemaster, active on Twitch. Alex
Jr.
Cool Rocket, active on Twitch. JohnJunior, Diet Tight. The only one I think that is not active on Twitch is like that's a main member of the Goons is Kirby and Owen. But I can guarantee you it's a matter of time. But
Owen has been streaming on YouTube.
He's been streaming on YouTube, but we're talking about the Twitch grind.
Yeah.
All of them, please make sure you subscribe to them and follow them on Twitch. But the grind is crazy.
I honestly think I prefer Twitch for streaming better. It's just, I feel like YouTube...
Tell them why, because you're a consumer, right? You don't make content.
Yeah, I just think that as a consumer, it's more aesthetically pleasing.
We do like purple.
Not the purple. I'm just saying in general. I don't like purple, but it's more aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, sorry. And it's just like, I feel like YouTube is more like schedules based. Like, okay, this has to be posted on this, or you have to do it at this time. But Twitch is very just chill, like nonchalant. Like, hey, I want to play a video game today. And just do it, you know, instead of like, okay, I'm gonna set this, do it at this time, and this and this. Like, that's how YouTube is. It's very structured, which is fine. That's great for uploading videos. But I think if you're just trying to be chill and record yourself and stuff, I think Twitch is the way to go, you know?
So that's been fun. I got inspired, like I said, by the goons, and I thought, might as well, if you're gonna play video games, might as well just put it online. If you're extroverted like how I am, like, put the fucking spotlight on me.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I would have a hard time sitting there
being entertaining and stuff, because it's different being entertaining and playing a video game versus just sitting down, being quiet and playing a video game. Sometimes that's not your cup of tea. If it is, it's cool. If it's not, you know, it is what it is. No big deal.
Sit down and like play a game with you because I'm a type of person that goes off energy. So by myself, if I'm just sitting there by myself playing a video game, I'm gonna be quiet. But if I'm sitting next to you and playing a game with you, I go off your energy.
Your energy can be fed off the people that are in your chat.
This is true.
Which is a big thing that's cool about Twitch, because there are a lot of people on Twitch that are consumers. And I do want to shout out to everybody that has followed me recently. I just, listen guys, today is Monday the 12th. It's Saturday?
You started Saturday?
It's Friday?
I don't remember.
I've streamed for 3 days. I had 2 followers. I streamed for 3 days. The support has been phenomenal to me. We're at 23, which is halfway to affiliate, just from 3 streams. That blows my mind. I don't know how that happened. I love every single one of you that passed by so far and showed support. Thank you guys so much. It's
4 days ago.
Yeah. So like I want to say thank you to y'all. Obviously we have a long way to go. I'm not necessarily going to try to become a Twitch streamer. I mean, if it happens, though, it happens, but excuse me. Well, that burp came out of nowhere. Anyway, and the support's been phenomenal. I love you guys so much. I was inspired by them. I just went out on a limb, and you guys have been great. And I appreciate every single one of you that come out. I know that my Twitch streams come out late because your boy's a daddy, and you got to make sure that the kids go down first.
Ew.
And Poppy. And, and I got to make sure the minions are down. So sometimes I'll try to do them in the morning. I don't know how I'm going to find that part of my schedule in yet, because I'd like to get to the gym. But as soon as I find the force of will to get up my ass at the gym and then get home in time, I'll do it. I promise I'll get that done. You can wake
up in the morning with the kids. I'll let you.
Oh my god. And
bright, fresh 6:30 a.m.
Jesus. Okay. Anyways, moving forward.
And I think you should be. A lot of people recently have been saying how because we do like Mortal Kombat, but how it's a little too much for them.
It's pretty gory.
We'll definitely be playing
other games. I'll even bring Summer in. So if you guys are a fan of Summer and how beaual she is, guys, she's got green eyes and a fat booty.
Stop.
What more do you need in a Latina?
Stop talking about me.
If you guys like to see Summer in her beautiful mug, I'll bring her on Twitch every now and then. We'll play Mario Kart. She's actually pretty good at the game, so she's pretty good.
I've been playing it since it came out back on the.
Because I know that Mortal Kombat isn't everybody's cup of tea. It gets kind of, yucky sometimes, which is fine. It's a beautiful game aesthetically, and it's a fun way to follow very cool cutscenes, but it is a little bit much for some people. So I'll do some rated E games. Don't worry.
You have other stuff that you can play.
100%. And we want to talk about some people in the community like we talked about before. The first one is a big shout out. I respect this man so much, more so than I am turned on by his voice.
Oh.
I say that often because obviously to be a content creator, you have to have 3 qualities. Oh, I just hit the mic. Quality number 1, you have to be in somewhat extroverted. Even though most of the time you may think that you're introverted, to be able to be entertaining, to get a good video out, you have to have that element to you, whether if it fully consumes you or not. If you just have a little bit of you, that's fine. As long as you can channel it within content, that's great. But Dr. Slaking, I was going to say his first name, Dr. Slaking. For those who don't know, he has released a video as of last week. We're a little bit late news to this, so I'm sure that everybody knows by now. My man lives in Britain. We'll call it Britain because he's British, obviously. And he has come out very bravely, I might add, and has told the community, his following, that he may possibly retire from Pokemon completely. And that's a big thing because Dr. Slaking has been a big presence in the Draft League community, more specifically, for quite some time. This man is a powerhouse in the format. He's extremely likable. He's got a sexy voice, like I talked about before. And it's fun because I say that with confidence. We had him here. He's an alumni in the Grandmaster's table. And I told Summer once we got off the air that we felt incredibly sophisticated after having a conversation with him. It's just, I felt so good. I'm sure that those who are close to him can relate. Yeah. But speaking to him, it's just, you change your mentality, you change the way you feel. It's just, he's just an amazing human.
That like you talk to and it changes your energy, you know, like it makes you feel good afterwards. There's sometimes where there's some people you talk to and you just don't, you know, it's whatever. But like there's others that you talk to and you feel like light and like refreshed after you.
And he's definitely one of those people. So he is doing the deed, man. He's out there getting his PhD. Fun fact, I actually did not know. This is probably just me because I could be dumb sometimes. I'll put that out on record. Yeah. I thought your PhD meant you're going to be in the medical field. And I said that in the Grandmaster's table when he was on. I actually did not know that there's other avenues and subjects and career paths that you could take that qualifies you, or you need to have a PhD.
The system works.
Or at least over there in England, right? It's maybe a little bit different here in the United States for those who have a PhD. Maybe you can leave a comment down below, tell us a little bit more about it. But over how he explained it.
We're both college dropouts, so
dude. So I only went to college to play football, to be honest. That's the only reason. American football. So shout out to him. He's gonna, because he has admitted that Draft League, it's, how do I say this very sensitively? Draft League can be a drug.
Yeah.
And I don't say that in a negative way.
Yeah.
Because like he said, like Summer is saying, it can be addicting because of the rush of adrenaline that it brings, the frustration that it brings out of you, and the love and excitement during preparation. It's almost like a buildup that just gives you this high, and then depending on the outcome, it could be earth shattering, depending on how you deal with that kind of stress, or it could be euphoric. It could be just something that just takes over your body, and it almost is like a drug. And it keeps a lot of us in the community. It's that feeling of self-confidence, of accomplishment, all the above. And so he has acknowledged that Pokemon could be kind of a distraction. And so he understands that he doesn't want to be a content creator full time. Dr. Slaking, if I'm wrong, please leave a comment down below. Send me a DM if I'm wrong. But from what I got from the video is that he seems that Pokemon is a distraction to what's important because he doesn't want to be the next PokeMMD. He has no interest in being the next A Drive.
He loves the game.
He loves the game and he has a following and he loves to play it for other people to watch. Yeah. And he has a linear goal to what he wants to get to. And he feels as though this is the next step he has to take to get towards that goal. Yeah. And for that,
which we respect.
I respect him so much. Like, I came into this community after being a consumer and watcher for the longest time. And to be able to play with people like this, mind you, I've said this a lot. I played in VGC. I played with big names before. But to be able to play with people on the platform is why I came in. And now that I'm in it, I can understand how it can be distracting.
Yeah.
And to be able to have that tunnel vision to continue doing what you were meant to do, that's amazing. So shout out to Dr. Slaking. We're gonna miss you. He did tease us and say that this may be the end. He's gonna try to see this next Draft League. I'm not gonna spoil which one it is, but I'm very excited that he's in it. He's gonna try another Draft League while he's doing his schoolwork. If this Draft League works out and he's able to find a schedule to continue moving forward, then he will stick around. If he feels as though this experimental league that he's doing his PhD during the thickest time of the year, which is the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I'm sure Thanksgiving's in Britain, right?
I don't know.
I know that Canada has one.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. Matt O'Shea, shout out to Matt O'Shea, Howler, and a person of the podcast of interest, Sierra Dawn, also posted that she did Thanksgiving as well.
She's Canadian?
She's Canadian.
I thought she just wanted to go to Canada.
So Sierra, if you just stumble upon this, we're in pursuit of you. You just need to read my messages. And
I'm sitting right here, Daniel.
Not like that. Listen. She's a good content creator. She's killing it in the WB. Shout out to Sierra Dawn. So, like I said, shout out to Dr. Slaking. We really do respect you for taking this next step. If you do end up taking away from the platform, then we're gonna miss you a lot. So,
but we respect you. I 100% respect that, and yeah, I totally.
So make sure you consume the hell out of his content. If this is the end, because I'm gonna miss that beautiful voice, I'll probably just call him on Discord just cause. And so, guys, we also want to talk about a good friend of ours. Listen, we're gonna spoil something, and I don't think that we care about spoiling this because it does need to be said. JohnJunior, John, I know you're probably gonna listen to this. I know that you probably don't listen to all my podcasts with Summer and I do. But I hope you do. I'm actually gonna tell you to listen to this just in case. I'm gonna get real serious for a moment. John's young. I'm not gonna tell you his age. Young. If you guys want to listen to his age, listen to the podcast I have him before. He's one of the ones that kicked off the Grandmasters table. Shout out to JohnJunior. But he's very young.
He is young.
The man's a baby.
Yeah. But I didn't think
good looking. He's a good looking kid, by the way. I'll say that too. For those who are supporters of JohnJunior, you guys know that he is a phenomenal draft league battler. He's in the AP main league for a reason. AP is one of the best draft leagues in regards to skill, content, and consumption on the platform. For those who don't know, the American Pokemon Association, commissioned by Panther 2. He finished that season and realized that he got to the point that Matt, I said his name again.
Why don't you just Dr. Slaking? He
got to the point where Dr. Slaking is, I'm assuming, trying to avoid. He got to the point where he felt as though draft league was kind of consuming him and he was kind of taking over his life, and he was very stressed about this, among other things that was going on at the time that we obviously cannot get into. So he decided to go on record and say that he was going to quit draft league, and he got himself together because John, Summer, and I, along with the rest of the Goondocks, talk almost on a daily basis, and he was in a different place. Now, today, October 12th, 2020, JohnJunior is happy. He is on calls all the time. He looks so hot. John, your shoulders are fucking phenomenal. He looks great. He got himself together. He started going to the gym. He's grown up a lot. His voice is 2 times deeper. I'm talking about his body.
He's grown a lot. Like, he's gotten a lot bigger.
He's gotten better, like, mentally too. So I appreciate you, JohnJunior. He is coming back for the NCP. You guys obviously know we're coming back. It has gone on Twitter, but he is going to participate. If I spoil that, John, I'm sorry. I feel as though this is really important to talk about. The fact that you're going to come back to draft league after feeling as though it was changing your life and consuming it in a negative way, for you to mentally make that U-turn and just be to where you are today, I respect you, man, because sometimes things can get overwhelming when you're young, and a lot of things make you feel like the sky is falling.
Things can get overwhelming at any age.
At any age, 100% what Summer says.
It can be harder.
But it can be harder when you're younger.
Trying to figure yourself out.
You're trying to figure yourself out. Exactly. Summer, high five.
Are you echoing me?
High five. High five. I had a burp right there. Oh my God, this Corona seltzer is really, really good. Shout out to you, John. We appreciate you, man. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Keep doing your thing. And I can't wait to see what you do next on YouTube, Twitch, whatever it is you want to do. Love you like a brother, dude. I'll visit you one day.
Next year.
Yeah. So, just wanted to put that out there. Anything else you want to say to John?
Your shoulders are nice.
His shoulders? Damn. In my presence, John. I'm not saying that, and I'm just going to leave it there. We haven't done this in quite some time. Shayquaza. Shay, listen, dude, we haven't shouted you out in a while because we've had guests on the podcast, and I kind of didn't want to deter and make a fork in the road turn to get to talking about your podcast. But dude, listen, guys, if you don't follow Shayquaza and his Shenanigans podcast, please make sure you do so.
It's cool because it gives you a little break from Pokemon.
Yes,
you know? Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
It's like you're just there for freaking a good time and a good laugh. Like, it's just funny stories is basically what it is, and it takes your mind off stuff. Like I listened to it. Oh, jeez, I listened to it on the drive back home after the gym last week. It's not something that you don't want to listen to with your kids. I'll just leave it at that. I did. Oh, jeez, I did. What I was like, Daniel was like, oh, you need to listen to his podcast this weekend. And I was giving the kids dinner and I sit with them at the table and I was like, okay, I'll turn it on. And like the first 2 minutes, okay, I'm turning this off and I'll listen to it later. But nonetheless, it's amazing. It's so funny. Like it's like what, 20 to 30 minutes long. And I'm literally laughing my ass off the whole time.
Shay says F it to the algorithm and decides to change things up onto his YouTube channel, and it's like Summer said, it's an amazing breath of fresh air. Shay, dude, I have no idea why you're not a comedian. Listen, bro, you are so funny. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna talk about your podcast before. It's vulgar and discretion. If you guys don't want to listen to this part, put a pause or fast forward a little bit. But he talks about like a story he had 5 years ago where he had a girl come over and he took a little something to make sure that she has a good experience, if you know what I'm saying. And the fact that she canceled on him, he started talking about how he was able to handle, the extra blood flow that was provided from whatever he took to allow him to give this woman the time of her life. And it's just things like that is so funny. Yeah. Guys, I'll leave a link down in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to Shay. He is on the pursuit of 200 subscribers as well. Yeah. And he's gonna get roasted on a podcast or whatever he plans to do by his friends. Shout out to the Yeet Squad. So make sure you guys go check him out.
I think he posts on Tuesdays. So he should be having a new one
tomorrow.
No.
But yesterday.
Yesterday for
when you listen to this podcast.
Yes.
So make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that. Shay, man, I love you to death, brother. So we also want to talk about Vivid, my dude. InVividColor. You guys obviously know who he is if you are fans of the Pokemon community, because he doesn't necessarily only do Draft League, he does a lot of other stuff in the community, so which is awesome because I know he wanted to take that turn for his channel and I believe he's accomplished that. So awesome job, Vivid. You're doing great, my man. Today is, from what I understand, his 1 year wedding anniversary. What was it like for us to be a year? What were your thoughts? Don't laugh before you say it. Summer, you're making me nervous now. Oh my god.
Well, we're different. We were learning how.
Obviously, every relationship's different.
We were still learning, our new, being husband and wife, but we were also learning how to be new parents. So I think our first year was on the stressful side, because we had two new big roles that we were trying to learn and understand. I feel like the first year is different for everyone, Some have a hard first year and some have an amazing first year, like you're still in the honeymoon phase. I just feel like because we had an extra pressure of also being new parents, we had a tough first year, I'm not gonna lie, but we obviously made it through and here we are. Yeah.
Would you give any piece of advice for them moving forward now that we're in what? How long have we been married?
4.5.
Why do you sound... I gave you the opportunity to tell the people. I know you don't. You're telling me you don't know?
4.5 years. It'll be 5 in August.
Atta girl. See? Pass the test.
Oh my god.
I'm the woman of the relationship, as you guys can tell. She doesn't wear her ring anymore, by the way. And
you don't either.
It's not talking about me. It's talking about you. Anyway. We are not banded.
We're unbanded.
We're unbanded. There's no strings on me.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you tell what that reference is from?
No.
No? That's Ultron from the Avengers.
Oh,
when he first gets his body and he walks into the party.
Okay.
He starts to sing that song. But anyway, Vivid, we're really proud of you guys. I really hope that you guys are enjoying this time because, like Summer said, it is technically, quote unquote, the honeymoon phase. I'm very excited to... hear more stories about you and your relationship moving forward. I know I'm going to be long friends with you for quite some time and love you to death. And we wish you nothing but the best and all successful stuff that comes with marriage. And I'll give him a plug. His wife came up with an amazing design for, you probably don't know this. She came up with an amazing design for a Halloween style Pokemon t-shirt because she does freelance drawing
on the podcast,
because Vivid is also an alumni of the Grandmaster's Table.
Yeah, that she's draws really well, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so she created a Pokemon Halloween fun, happy, not like
Gory,
morbidly
spooky,
gory, spooky themed Halloween shirt. So make sure you guys go cop that. I'll leave a link down in the description for Vivid's channel as well, so make sure you guys go support him if you aren't already living under a rock.
The description is gonna be like
super long. We're bringing the community to the Grandmaster's Table. We are keeping a scout out through everything. Speaking of everything, it's real funny. Not funny, it's refreshing in a very light way. How do I go about this? It's awesome to find other content creators that are not specifically PokeTubers, quote unquote PokeTubers, that are getting into the space. Listen, Linda, listen, if you are in the closet, I like to say, and you love Pokemon, but you do it under wraps, and because you feel as though you're gonna get yourself judged by your inner circle, dude, just forget it, dude. Just say fuck it, get out. Be yourself, man. If you love Pokemon, love Pokemon. Pokemon is the #1 grossing franchise of the entire world, not the United States, not South America, not North America, not the northern, southern hemisphere, everywhere, the entire globe. The #1 grossing franchise is, quote, ready? Wait for it.
Jeez.
Pokemon. Higher grossing than Harry Potter, higher grossing than Super Mario, which is also part of Nintendo. Shout out to Game Freak and Nintendo. Game Freak is not with Nintendo, but I mean with Mario, but regardless, but it's massive. So if you guys are fans of Pokemon, be fucking fans of Pokemon. Logan Paul came out and says he loves Pokemon. Homeboy's got the lead member Ash's Squirtle of the Squirtle Squad tattooed next to his penis. And it's in his groin area, so he's got to pull his pants down for you to see it. That's commitment, dude. I love Mimikyu and I love Darmanitan. I don't think I'll ever get them tattooed next to my dong. So shout out to Logan Paul to actually do that. Maybe I'll get them tattooed some other place with some meaning towards behind it.
Booty cheek.
One on each booty cheek, where I still have to pull my pants down for people to see it. But still, the fact the man's got to pull down his groin and cover it in order for you to see it, that's commitment, dude. He loves it to absolute death. So shout out to Logan Paul for coming out to the community and telling them that he loves Pokemon. He has listened to this, one of the smartest men on the face of social media. I dig this man, dude. He's an amazing individual for what he brings to the world. Shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary V is probably the most inspirationally advanced speakers, I want to say, in my opinion. Why? Because he's very straightforward to the point. Sometimes you don't need to freaking sugarcoat stuff. Just tell people the way it is, and that's just how he is. And he's been into sports cards, and he has shown to the world that sports cards is an amazing investment. But Pokemon, like I said before, is on top of that. Why? I like to talk about this for a second. For those who like to make investments in stock, for those who like to invest in their future, or to have a hobby that could possibly mean something, sports cards are different from Pokemon cards in one specific reason. And it's funny that Logan Paul's the one that actually brought it up. It's that if you think of like your favorite, that could be, let's throw LeBron James out there, for example. I'm not going to wish anything upon him. Knock on wood that nothing ever happens. Okay. If LeBron James, that they just won the NBA championship, shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers. We live here in San Diego. We're big Laker fans up in here. His card is worth a fuck ton right now. Excuse my language. But God forbid, again, knock on wood, if LeBron James gets hurt, his card is going to dunk in value, like a bunch. Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur will never get injured, and their value will never debunk. It will only go up for as long as they're around, because there's only a certain amount that are there. Yes. So like Summer was saying, Logan Paul actually went out and purchased the most expensive first edition thick stamp pack box in existence, in history, record breaking. I think over $240,000, almost $250,000. worth in this pack. And instead of keeping it for himself, he decided to sell them all for charity. So there's a bunch of a few people in our like immediate community. Vinny, what's Vinny's last name? Could you pull up his name on YouTube to see his name? Vinny, who does collaborate a lot with Game Boy Luke and Patters, etc. He purchased one of the packs. Randolph, shout out to Randolph. He's participating in the WBE Draft League. He purchased a pack.
He just goes as Blastoise Master because of the card. No.
Blastoise Master. There you go. So
Vinny at Vinny.
Vinny. So these packs went for $11,000. All went for charity, for a mental health. It's an organization that helps for benefits of mental health. I can't exactly remember the name. The name of the charity off the top of my head. Logan, if you listen to this for whatever reason, somehow you stumble upon it. I forgot the name of your charity, but it's a good cause, an amazing opportunity. So these people purchased the pack for $11,000 just to get an opportunity for him to open them up on his live stream. And it was an awesome event. People, if you guys are just lovers of the game, it was fun to watch him open up these packs. For those who don't know what brings value to a Pokemon card, I actually was educated during the stream because he did have a lot of experts that were there to be able to validate a lot of the value of these cards. These were first edition thick stamp cards from the first base set. So what does that mean? These cards were of limited production because they have a thicker stamp of the first edition on the card, as well as being just in general first edition. It also brings that value to it. The third piece that makes these extremely valuable is that they were what's called shadowless, which means that there's no shadow behind the actual holographic or the actual art of the card. What were you saying?
Oh, that the organization is called National Alliance of Mental Illness.
The National Alliance of Mental Illness. I'm so fired up about this kind of stuff. Mental illness. So it's an amazing charity for it. Let's shout out to Logan Paul for doing that. But it was fun to watch people open. Like Gary Vaynerchuk bought a pack. It was so much fun to watch. Yeah, he did pull a first edition Charizard thick stamp, which is crazy because there's only 600 and below in quantity of those things, which is awesome to see.
Since we're talking about the subject,
oh my god, you're gonna blow me up, dude.
So
go ahead.
Obviously, since we're old, we had trading cards because that's how I was introduced to the game. Is when I was 5 or 6 in Kanto, was the trading cards and the anime. All my cards got stolen, so a long time ago in my mom's storage, whatever.
Can't be careless with that kind of stuff.
Daniel here saved cards, and he has a whole folder.
She just gave you guys my first name. That's how much I'm in trouble.
He has a whole folder, tons of them. Still, we have it in the closet. And so one day we were just curious as to we looked online to see pricings on what are these cards worth.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't remember exactly what the card was. It had to be it was one of the trainer cards.
It was a Japanese one, but there was ones in Japanese, and they're worth 20,000.
They're worth 22K.
And Daniel, as a child, I mean, you don't know because you're a kid, but since he didn't understand, he doesn't know Japanese, can't read it, nothing. He threw them away.
I did. Just threw them away.
And how many did you probably? Quite a lot.
I had 4 of them.
Yeah.
I had 4 of them mint condition because when I was a kid, I was a collector before I actually played with them. So I put them directly in the pack and they sat in a book.
Yeah.
And because they're Japanese, just threw them away. I want to say there was a Mr. Fuji. I don't remember exactly. It could have been a Team Rocket card. I don't remember what they were, but we looked at the value online because something came up on Facebook and it showed the most valuable cards in existence.
Cards that you had?
Oh yeah, 100%. I learned more about it during the live stream. Bulbasaur, first edition thick stamp. I had a few of those. None of them were in mint condition, so they had to be a PSA 9. So all the way, Bulbasaur's PSA 9s are $1,500.
$1,500?
Yeah, $1,500. A Bulbasaur, they came out. They showed us a little bit less, but Squirtle's more valuable. If there's a yellow, I had 10 Yellow Cheeks Pikachus that went straight into the actual pack, and they were all first editions because I would always buy first editions when I was younger. I had a bunch of them growing up.
That was the time.
That was the time. It was when they first came out. I first had them. I had a bunch of them. I had so many thick stamp first edition cards, and I either gave them away, sold them away at garage sales. They just kind of got lost while packing. Yeah, any of that kind of stuff. But I had a lot of the cards that were being opened up on stream, I low-key was dying inside. A lot of them were almost in mint condition. There's obviously little scuff marks that devalue kind of stuff like that.
It's
and
like
we were looking at it. It was crazy.
The littlest things. It can't even like stuff that's not even in your control. Like if it's off center, because that's how it was printed, it also devalues it. So
yeah, but that was another thing, that there was a big thing that like some specific cards like Vulpix, Bulbasaur, Squirtle were worth more because they were misprinted. That they showed instead of saying the weight of the mon and the length, it was double length. It was a length and length. So there was misprints on those cards that we're talking about, right? That were Japanese, that were like that they were misprints, but you obviously can't read them because they're Japanese. I can't read the language. But I had a bunch of Vulpix and Squirtles and a couple Bulbasaurs that had the double length on there that were misprints that are worth even more. And so it was so sad to watch. So guys, if you have cards,
you wouldn't have known because you were a kid.
Mind you, there's a bunch of stuff that devalues your Pokemon cards. They're very sensitive. They're pieces of fine art, as you could probably say. And in 10 years down the line, if these cards are still in circulation and around, they're gonna be worth even more because there's only a certain amount that were printed. So guys, if you have cards sitting in your basement, they're sitting in the attic of your garage, dude, pull them out and check to see what you've got. You never know.
Yeah, put them immediately in a case.
Yeah, there's a couple things that devalue them. Like the most valuable, like I said before, they have to be shadowless, which means there's no shadow behind the actual art of the card. If they're first edition, they're worth a lot more. And if they're thick, where there's a thicker stamp on the actual first edition card, they're worth a lot more. And there's also what's called the gray stamp, and gray stamps are also worth a lot more.
Yeah, but they also can't be like, they have to be like
in perfect condition. But if you guys are one of those people that collected the cards and put them in the sleeves right away, get them out. You never know. Make the investment. Gary Vee said it best. These cards are only going to go up in value. Hold on to them. Give them to your kids.
They're not being made anymore.
Yeah, I looked at all my cards that I have a collection for. That's just for my heart. None of them are in mint condition, which is unfortunate. But they're still going to be valuable moving forward. So guys, it's a fun investment. It's a fun thing to get into. We're just rambling on because it's something that I got passionate about that I didn't realize I got rekindled for. I'm not going to go on my channel and start to do pack openings and stuff like that, but it was fun to watch.
We don't at this moment don't have that type of money to be able to.
Yeah, we're not going to be that kind of, we're not going to be opening up packs anytime soon. But if you're a fan of the game, if you're a fan of the franchise and you love Pokemon, it's just a fun time to actually watch.
I just think like, be you, whatever that is. Like, if Pokemon is what you love, then be a fan of Pokemon. Oh, like, it's fine. If whatever you love, be yourself, because I'm gonna get deep and cheesy here for a minute, but like, they're really like, what, you're gonna go your whole life and suppressing on what you truly love and who you are, and at the end you're gonna regret it. And life is honestly too short to live like that. Fun fact, that's actually why I married Summer. What? I'm being serious. Like, you know this already. I'm just saying it before you realize what I'm saying. Is that, honestly, I've said this before in other podcasts. I've did a lot of stuff that I was not proud of with a lot of different people, and I kind of settled down with Summer, even though she's so much younger than me. For 4 years apart. Only 4 years. But that's still a lot when you're younger. When you're younger, age seems bigger. Yeah. When you're older, the age factor diminishes. Yeah, that's true. Which is what I'm trying to say. And Summer was the first woman that I was able to be myself with. Like, my true authentic self. No hiding. Just being me 100% of the time. And what Summer is saying is, even unrelated to a relationship, dude, if you love something, freaking do what you love, man. Yeah. Don't care what other people think. If you like Pokemon and you can't tell your friends, get new friends, dude. Because you have bad friends. They don't love you for you. If they're judging you for being you, then you need to get rid of those freaking friends and find new ones. Like, be yourself. I can't stress this enough. For Pokemon aside, be you, love you, whatever that may be, whatever definition that entails to you. I always end all my videos like this. I say be nice, and the first person you have to be nice to is yourself. Yeah. So if you didn't shed a tear, if you're not nice to yourself, no one else is gonna be nice to you. Preach, girl, preach. So if you didn't shed a tear from that, then God, they don't need to shed a cheer. Before we move on to some hype stuff that's coming in the wakes, quote unquote, a shameless plug. Today is October 12th. It's late. You're gonna see this later. Mario B, a good friend of ours, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday. Mario B is a content creator, a draft league player on the up and up. My man went out, got himself a green screen. He got himself a beautiful mic. His setup is legit. He's got a small desk in the corner of his house. On top of being a daddy, beautiful girlfriend. I don't know what the relationship is. I think it's a wife or girlfriend. Anyway,
girlfriend.
My man's got a beautiful family.
His daughter's super cute.
It's fucking hard to be a content creator with a family, dude. So he's on the up and up. Mario, I love you to death, dude. Happy birthday. If I failed as a friend to not tell you earlier today, I want to make it up here. Happy birthday, brother. You are 25 strong. Dude, Summer's 25.
I'm older.
I met 25 is a good year, dude. Check with your insurance, bro. If you're a good driver, your insurance does go down by 15%. If you haven't had an accident in the last 2 years,
what are you?
Your insurance goes down, dude. I'm giving you a life tip, dude. If you haven't had an accident in 2 years and you turn 25, your insurance can go down by 15%. It's a law.
This sounds like a Geico.
We don't have Geico though. We have Wawanisa.
We have Wawanisa, which is a San Diego.
It's a San Diego based one. But anyway, happy birthday, Mario. We love you to absolute death. Have a great year, man. 25 is a big one. It's the quarter centennial is a 100, right?
Yeah, it's a quarter centennial.
So what's 50? Is there a word for that?
Half a centennial.
A quarter of half a centennial.
I don't know,
dude. Happy birthday, bro. We love you, man. We love you, guys. So my shameless plug before we hop off today. Thank you guys.
Century.
That's what I said.
Century is a 100.
That's what centennial is.
I know, but century sounds better than centennial.
Yeah. Anyway,
a quarter of a century old. There you go.
Oh my god, you're having a revelation now.
Yeah.
Guys, so my shameless plug that I'm putting in right now. So like I said in the beginning of the podcast, we are in the pursuit of the semifinals with trying to grab our championship in the Breedjecks Battle Royale. Ruppy, I love you, dude, but you're in my way. We have our battle coming up this Saturday. Make sure you guys tune in for that. I also have 2 new draft leagues coming up. I have to count with my fingers like a big boy because we are returning for the new season of the Breedjecks Battle Royale. I can say that because Seabad has been saying that in his video. So we do have another season coming up with a very fast turnaround. Shout out to the admin team. You guys are amazing. I love being a part of this group. We're so efficient. We're probably the best I've ever seen. We're a good group. Have you guys ever been in high school? Obviously, there's a lot of you that are in high school right now, but have a group project and there's like one person participating and everybody else just kind of leeches off that person.
I was that
This
one
is
person.
The exact Summer, come on.
No, I was the one person doing all the work.
Oh, sorry. So I was the person leeching off of you, essentially.
Yes.
Anyway, this group does everything, dude. Aside from Die, Jason, pick it up. I'm just kidding. I love you, Jay. All of us work so efficiently to bring up the best quality draft league you can possibly see. Watch out for the Breedjecks Battle Royale, man, because we're going to be the next biggest thing. I'm going to put that on a record now. So we have the new season coming up. Quick turnaround for the new DLC. Crown Hunters coming up on the 22nd, which is 10 days from now. Oh my god, I'm getting more stressed out the more I talk about it. Quick turnaround. We have big things coming for the league. Make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that. But we're going to be participating in 2 more leagues, and can't disclaim which ones they are. I kind of did one of them already, but I can't say that now that I'm focusing on it. So I have 2 more coming up, and make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that. Amazing content. We're kind of getting in the hang of this whole singles draft league thing, so I like to consider myself a threat. So make sure you guys keep out for that. If you guys want to support your San Diego Snugglers and to support the revamp, the heavy makeover, the new rebirth of the Los Angeles Guerrilla Tactics, make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that. So they're going to come back, and I'm very excited for that intro, excited for that brand new logo. Keep your eyes peeled because, you will be wet. So, Summer, do you have anything to say before we get up and off? Great podcast for the 2 of us.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be us rambling.
We do have something coming up special next week.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at you blankly. What are you talking about? Oh! Yes!
Yeah.
You reminded me. Good job, co-host. Summer has started a new tradition.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about different things.
No, there is a new fleet of Pokemon. Now, we won't tell you which ones they are because I know there's a lot of people listening to the podcast today that are trying to avoid spoilers. we will create some kind of disclaimer before this video, but Summer will be rating aesthetically what she thinks is top tier of the Pokemon that are coming back for the DLC Crown Tundra. Now keep your eyes out for that, because some Pokemon that you may love, Summer may think is completely ugly.
Which I have tended to do in the past.
Yeah. So mind you, there's a lot more. I feel there's not a lot more, but there's a lot of Pokemon that are coming back that are there's actually is a lot more. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna limit it a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of give you a little bit of a preview. We're only gonna have her rate aesthetically, right? Non-competitive wise, only by the way they look, because Summer isn't necessarily too affiliated with or accustomed to competitive Pokemon. So we're only going to take the fully evolved version of all those mons coming back, and she's going to rate them on how adorable, how cute, how cool they look. Maybe your favorite Pokemon is completely ugly, and make sure you keep your eyes out for that, because she has a tendency to do so.
Yes, I do. I have no shame. I don't care.
She'll put your mon in garbage.
Yeah,
she's a savage, dude. So make sure you guys keep your eyes out for that. We're gonna be recording that sometime soon. We'll have that out before the DLC drops.
Before or day of?
Or you can do day of.
I think day of would be better.
What's the day of? We'll release it on the day of, which is the 22nd.
22nd.
10 days from now. I can do math, I promise. That is on Thursday. Next Thursday coming up. So keep your eyes out for that. And anything else before we hop on?
No, that's it, really.
This is fun, guys. So just know that whenever you don't see some big name on the Astro podcast or any name in general, just know that we've got some dirt for you guys.
Dirt.
For the community.
Some positive dirt.
Some positive sauce. We have the goods. We have el positivo chisme. El chisme positivo to tell you guys about. So if you guys post on Twitter, know we're watching. If you post something on Discord, know we're watching. And we'll talk about it. And we're very excited to bring that aspect of the Grandmaster's table to you guys. With that being said, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a good time. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like on this video by tapping the like button. And if you're new, again, subscribe. And if you are already subscribed and you enjoy the content on this channel, make sure you hit the little bell button, and you guys get notified every single time we post a new video. And
that's it.
I feel like I'm missing something. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
I love you, Summer. Thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
Thank you for doing your job as a co-host. You are top tier.
Yes, I know. I'm S tier.
S tier. There you go. A foreshadow on that video. With that being said, guys, we're going to get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your night. And above all else, be nice. Peace.
Bye.